what do you want to do?
Be spontaneous.
Just going to Sheffield and chill out.
Yeah. When was the last time you came on a bus? Was it with me?
Yeah.
I like a good bus.
It's a noise.
How much is the bus these days?
Cost £4 for the two of us.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's not too bad actually.
It's alright.
But I remember when I were a young lass, it was £2. Yeah, it's just all
Where do we get up?
next door. People will be getting off.
So what you fancying?
I'm out of touch.
So just have a wander up here and...
I'm out of touch. I'm not being. There's the karaoke man singing.
You've been promoted to the tier, not our lowest tier. Little boy's got quite white hair.
You wanna go in Brown Bear? Helen? What was that about?
It's a paid tour. It's called Strange Sheffield or something.
It is very strange.
I said to those women, I says, is this a paid tour? And they said, yeah. I says, do you think he'll get annoyed if I earwig for free? They laughed.
Shall we in Brown Bear? It looks shut.
I think it is, love. Why don't we go in this oldie worldy pub here?
What, the Head of Steam, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like Mama's and Leone's, that looks alright.
That's been there for years. That used to be on Brown Street.
I'm not going to spear Mick Ryan or Helen.
That used to be on Brown Street. Dutz! Yeah, I used to work there. In my younger days. I've had a breast reduction.
I'm traumatised after the price of them 2 drinks, to
I
be
know,
honest
but
with
I tell you what, that bloody drink was worth it. You can only have one of those in a
It's
session.
just getting ridiculous, isn't it? It was 11%, wasn't it? That?
It was like wine. It was like a fine wine.
Well, it was like some sort of whiskey liqueur or something
Yes,
to me.
it was amazing.
With hints of sort of chocolate and...
Yes, and popcorn. And
Yeah, it was
something.
mental.
I would like to thank the bar person for suggesting that drink to me. Oh my God, what's happened to the bloody library? What?
I'm going to take you to Rutland Arms. I think it's going to be too late for food. But they do...
Oh, the slutty rutty butter.
They do a slutty rutty butter. Yeah. It's changed so much since our last year.
Yeah, there's so much building going on.
Yeah. I've not been here for 3 or 4 years in city centre. Oh yeah, well I come with you, didn't I? To that thing,
Oh, you mean that
Fleetwood Mac thing.
Fleetwood Mac.
But I didn't really
by
walk.
bloody candlelight flipping.
We didn't walk
A
around.
man on a piano and a man on a violin and a man on his bottom drawer of his chest of drawers.
Yeah.
He was the percussionist. The Howard's been going for years and years and
has.
years.
Yeah.
Oh look, is that Tudor, darling?
We used to go in here, Rutland Arms,
Oh, this
when I
is
used to
an
come
old-
into Sheffield, and they did fantastic like bar food. They're not going to be doing food at this time.
You're so pessimistic.
They're not. It's like 9 o'clock on a Friday.
Well, you
There's going to
never
be
know.
no bar food at all.
You never bloody know.
It's your round.
Never is.
Sit down.
Down to the Love Shack.
Are you going to do a dance?
I know. I've just bought myself a fucking night. Anyway, I want to go say hi to my friend Rebecca. Is it like that? I want to say hi to my friend Rebecca. What are you drinking, Rebecca?
Strawberry and lime.
What is it?
Cider.
Cider. Rebecca is a cider girl. And we've been having a right laugh on like a DJ off. But the pub's laughing because we've been putting bloody pound coins into bloody... Are you having a good night tonight?
So how's this for a food review?
Are you going to...
Chicken, chips and cheese. Show what you bought from the gypsy lady. This is what I have to put up with.
Me and the gypsy lady, we
She's-
had
she's
a
got- she's
massive
got-
like...
She's bought a rose from the gypsy lady. And I just wanted to get me chicken and chips.
Yeah, me and her, we like...
Yeah, she loves you.
Yeah.
She's going to remember you forever, isn't she? Gypsy lady.
Quiet.
Well, what's that floating around? Ghosts. Anyway, that were all pretty depressing in Sheffield. It were a bit of a last minute thing. We were like, what shall we do? It were Friday night. Let's go into Sheffield, we thought. Last minute, get on bus. Come on, have a couple of beers and just, you know, have a chilled out night. See, because we've not been to Sheffield for ages. You know, city centre on a night out. Let's see what's happening. And it were all a bit depressing. I don't know if it's all like that or just parts we went to. But how much has it changed since, you know, when we all used to go out when we were younger on a Friday night and it'd be rammed. But the problem is, I'll tell you why it's like that, because nobody can afford it, can they? So we went in the Head of Steam pub, which I quite like. He says, not anymore. I thought it's going to be a bit pricey in here probably. So there were a beer I fancied and it was called Delirium Red. And it was a fancy beer. And I said, how much is that? A pint. Like the tight ass Barnsley man I am. She says, it's £9. I went, you're joking? I said, I'm not having that. So then I should have said, what's your cheap beers, but I don't want to come across like a, you know, real cheapskate. So they've got another beer there, and I thought it was just like a session ale. I thought that looks cheap. It looks cheap. It weren't. So I had a pint of that, whatever it was, can't even remember. And Helen had a little can of stout. So we had a pint and a half, and it was £15.50. You know, you can't go on like that, can you? There's no wonder. You can't have a night out. You can't, you know, unless you're loaded. And that's why pubs were empty, because people can't afford it. I guess it's a bit of a catch-22 for pubs as well, because less people are going. That they've got the rent and the rates and their electricity and all that that's gone through the roof because of this war in Ukraine. I'm not going to go political, but you know. So it was all pretty depressing. Just walking around Sheffield city centre, it felt like a different place. It felt like a completely different place to what I remember. And that was same with Rotherham when we went there. You know, I guess a lot of city centres are getting like that. What we've noticed is when you go to the more... You go in Harrogate. Harrogate were great. Ripon were fantastic. Sort of go that area, that's a lot better. But maybe it's your big cities, and I don't know what it is, but what do you do? It's all pretty depressing. And the scariest thing for me, and there'll be a lot of parents can understand this, is I've got a 6-year-old daughter who I love more than anything in the world. I've also got an 18-year-old son who I equally love more than anything in the world. So I love my kids. Fortunately, my son don't seem to be that bothered about going out, which is a bit of a relief. But when you've got a daughter, it's like, I said to her mum, I says, I'm dreading if she starts saying, I want to go downtown. It's just not going to happen. If it does, I'm following her with a shotgun, I'm telling you. Because there's some shady characters in city centres. Anyway, we did that. We went to another couple of pubs. We went to Rutland Arms. I quite liked the Rutland Arms, to be fair. It's really run down and a bit decrepit, but that sort of added to it. The sort of character to it, and that was a bit cheaper in there, so that were all right. And then we come home, not much to report. We had a bit of banter with some people in pub in Rutland Arms. Tell you what was funny, they've got this jukebox in it, one of them which has got internet on it, so there's just about any song on it. And they're all these older guys, you know, they all look like they used to be in bands in the 70s, all them lot, and they're all playing Pink Floyd and Deep Purple, you know, all that sort of stuff. And I like all that music, don't get me wrong, but they were them type of guys. They're all playing air guitar in the corner. They were taking the music serious. And me being me, I'm thinking, oh, what can I put on? What's the worst songs I could possibly put on? Thinking about it now, I should have put like Birdie song on or Star Trekking, but all I could think of was MC Hammer, You Can't Touch This, and Venga Boys, Boom Boom. So I put that on. And I thought, I said, we're going to get lynched when you see what I've put on. And bar staff, they'd obviously got control at volume, and they're sort of funny side of it, so they even turned it up as well. We had a right laugh. And then there were another couple sat across from us, and they started putting stuff on. So we're like having this bit of banter, this competition to put songs on to like try and get the party started. It was great fun. I enjoyed that. I love music, me. And me and Ellen always do this thing when we're together. Say if we're in van or somewhere and we've got music on, say on Spotify, we take it in turns and we call it a DJ off. It's our DJ off to see who's the best DJ. And you put a track on, and then the person has to top that, and then you've got to top that one, and it's got to be like, you know, you're thinking at classics and everything. So we love doing that. Anyway, yeah, I haven't put a video on for a couple of days because I've been spending time with my kids. And I know I talked about doing a daily vlog. That was just stupid, me saying that, and I'll hold my hand up. I was an idiot to think I could do it, because how can I edit a video and edit a vlog when I've got my kids with me? Can't do it. So I'll try and get back on it this week and produce some more content because I do enjoy doing it. Hope this video has not depressed you too much. I'd love to know your thoughts on city centres. Where are you from, and what's your city centre like? What's it changed? I think majority of subscribers at the same age as me, and you've seen, because you remember what it was like in late 80s and 90s, and just going downtown, how good it was. And you'd live for it, wouldn't you? All week you'd be at work and you'd live for the weekend. And it just don't seem like that now at all. Anyway, hope you all have a lovely time, whatever you're up to. And I'll see you again. I'm not going to be doing any more pub crawls, I'll tell you. I can't afford it. It'll be a pub crawl where we drink water in pub, but I suppose we could still review it. And we've got something dead exciting coming up, so, but I want to keep that a bit of a secret. That's really cool. Bit, you know, keep you on tenterhooks. Alright, anyway, I'll see you all later. Ta-da!